Here we are in section 2.4. The answer is 24 down through 37. These are percent application problems, and we're able to translate directly to see what we need to do. 18 is what percent? That's our x right there, meaning what in the world is that? Of, meaning times 58. Notice it gives us our equation right there. So all we got to do is divide both sides by 58, and it tells us our x. Now 18 divided by 58, you punch that into your calculator, and you get x equals 0.31 ... So we'll round right there. That's going to be about 31%. There we go. Move the decimal 2 places to put it into a percent. Number 24. What is, translating into math, 87% is 0.87 of means times 54. 0.87 times 54, that gives us 46.98. If you wanted to round that to 47, that might be close enough. Number 26. 34 is 56%, that's 0.56 of what? And we're trying to solve that equation. That's a one-step equation. We can solve it, divide by 0.56, and we get 34 divided by 0.56. Punch that in a calculator, and you get 60.71. 60.7 would probably be all right. Number 27. What is 13%, that's 0.13, of 79? 0.13 times 79, punch that in the calculator, and you get 10.27. 119 is 8%, that's 0.08. Make sure you move it 2 decimal places, of what? Now this tells us exactly what to do. Divide by 0.08, divide by 0.08, and we get x equals 1,487.5. Next one, number 29. 23 is what percent of 74? I love it when we put them in the math equations, you can tell exactly what to do. You divide by 74, divide by 74, and we get 23 divided by 74. 0.3108, move it 2 decimal, 31.1%. There we go. Number 30, the original price is $92.56. The tax is 7.3%, so we're going to take 0.073 times 92.56. When we punch that into a calculator, we get 676. So this is going to equal 6.7568, so 676. That is our tax. So we add that onto 92.56, the original, which is 99.32. There's our final price. Now, the other trick to this, if you would like to, is you could take 92.56 and you can times it by 1 to get that price back, plus the 073. And that will take itself and add on the 7.3% tax. And you can try it. 92.56 will still give you $99.32. All right, let's try number 31 now. Oh no, this is a backwards one. Look at this. They give us the final price, not the original price. This becomes a problem because notice how over here, this 7.3%, it times the original. So when we take 40% times the original, we don't know what the original is. This is why algebra exists. We put a variable in here, p for price. I pick p. And we say, okay, what would we do if we knew this price? We would take 0.4 times the price. That would give us how much the discount is, and we would subtract it off of the original price. And it equals our final of 43.90. That's a very important thing that we have to write out this equation. Notice that 40% never does times this 43.90. So we can combine these 2 together. 1p minus 0.4p is 0.6p equals 4390. And now we say, okay, divide by 0.6, divide by 0.6, and the original price is, round that to the nearest cent, and it is 73.17. Good. Here's number 32. Again, we're missing the original price, so we're going to put a P there. Tax. Now look at this, tax. This is going to be an addition, whereas discount was a subtraction. So we take the price plus 0.05 of the price equals our final, 237.50. We can combine these together. 1p plus 0.05p is 1.05p equals 237.50. Now notice this shortcut that we did up here, we can do that. We could take itself plus 5% times the price, and that's the shortcut. If you like that, that's great. If you like writing out these equations, that's okay too. But either way, you need to have this equation. So we divide by 1.05, divide by 1.05, and we get the original price to equal 226.19. Should round to the nearest penny there, 226.19. Number 33, the original price was $58.50. The discount is 30%. Now notice we're going to times this right up here, and we're subtracting. We don't need a variable. We can take 0.3 times 58.50, and we get 17.55. So here is the actual amount of the discount. So we subtract that from 58.50. Take 58.50 minus that 17.55. And we get 40.95. Again, put that $sign on there. Don't forget it. The shortcut, I'm going to show that really quick. If you're taking something minus 30% times 58.50, then that's the same as 0.7 times 58.50, and you'll see you'll get that same answer. Number 34. If the population of a town grew, so the population grew 21%. Remember, you can't just have decimals by themselves. You've got to have percent of something. So 21% of the population grew up to 15,049. Notice this is a backward problem. This is the end answer of where it ended up. We want to know what the population was last year. We want to look for that original. So that's what our P is. Well, we combine those together and we get 1.21p equals 15,049. Divide both sides by 1.21, and we end up with P being 12,437.19. You can't have 0.19 of a person, so I'm going to round to the nearest person. So the population was 12,437. Number 35, if the price of an object, it used to be there, the original price is what we're looking for, dropped down, subtraction, 25%. Now 25% of what? Well, the original price. And it went down to, the final is 101.25. This is combined 0.75p equals 101.25. So we're going to divide both sides by 0.75. And we get P equals, we should have 135. That's 101.25 divided by 0.75, and the original price is $135. Now, a little bit here, a little bit of a hint on these preparation problems. On section 2.5, the idea is to try to get rid of the fractions. You look at this problem, you're like, oh, yuck. Look at all those 7s on the bottom. That's horrible. But if you read it in the sense x divided by 7 plus 13 divided by 7 equals 15 divided by 7 minus 2x divided by 7, then you're like, if I want to get rid of a divided by 7, what if I did this? Times by 7 everywhere. Just distributed that timesing by 7 in. Magical stuff starts to happen, like these 7s go away, and it turns it into a wonderful little problem. Here's the same thing. You take these 3s, and it can jump in, times by 3 on the other side, and you've got jumps in there, jumps in there. Marvelous. And these 3s start canceling. That should give you a good hint on that. Good luck.